At Awake Labs, we have a platform that uses a smartwatch to measure stress and strong emotion in real time by using the person's biometrics, measuring a baseline for that individual, and then looking at changes in that baseline throughout the day. And our goal is to be able to help people better understand how they're feeling and come up with their own self-regulation strategies, and then also to help their staff, their DSPs, and their care team know when to step in and provide support before it escalates to the point where it's very exhausting and overwhelming for that individual and could lead to other crisis situations. So one of my favorite examples of this is an organization we were working with in Ontario who is using our platform with the smartwatch, our app, to help someone transition into their care. And this person was quite young, in her early 20s, and they were given this care plan from the other organization. And it had a number of intrusive measures and some restrictive environmental protocols. When she started to get anxious, they would say, okay, leave her alone. There were PRNs put in place. And she was seen as someone who had challenging or high behavior needs. And so they thought, as an organization, it'll probably take about 2 years to get her settled into the new services and into her new home. They decided to use the Awake Labs app as part of that transition to help her settle in her home. And very quickly, by looking at the data and when they received alerts, they realized that there was more going on underneath the surface than what they were seeing. And they were able to start to notice some of her triggers. They were also start to notice that she had a preferred DSP. And so that DSP was able to help train the other people, the other DSPs on her care team, about how she wanted to receive services. And so that DSP was able to kind of level up all of their skills to make sure that they were supporting her the way that she wanted. And as a result, they built trust faster. And when the person receiving support started to get anxious or started to escalate and they received a notification, the staff were able to step in and help her before it got to the point where her care plan said to leave her alone or to possibly use a PRN. And so that trust was built even more because she understood that they were there to support her as opposed to leave her alone when she needed help the most. And it got to the point where she actually started going to her staff, who she now had a very good relationship with, and asking for help or saying, I need a hug. And within 6 months, she was settled into her new home. Her staff understood her. They had built that trusting relationship. And she graduated out of wearing the Awake Labs app, or the Awake Labs smartwatch, because the team, understood, and she was able to ask for what she needed as opposed to them having to guess and try and figure it out.